So here's what you need to know before you go.
You're going to be riding along the DNL Trail. DNL stands for the Delaware and the Lehigh Rivers. The part that we rode was only 25 miles, and it went from Whitehaven, Pennsylvania to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. There are a few ways that you can choose to ride this trail. One is to just park your car wherever there's a trailhead and parking. Ride as long as you want and ride back, obviously creating your own loop. If you choose to ride this way, it's much easier if you park where you can go north and ride back towards Jim Thorpe. The entire trail that way going back has got a little bit like a 2% grade going down. The other option is to bring your own bikes, and you can use Pocono Biking. They will shuttle your bikes to a choice of different trailheads, and then you ride back. At the time of this filming, that was $25 just to shuttle your bike. You do need to make a reservation, and we have linked their website below. The other option is to rent bikes at Pocono Biking. They have both regular bikes and e-bikes, and they also had some other things that you could rent, like a child trailer or a pet trailer. When you arrive, you're going to park your cars in the Jim Thorpe Municipal parking. Now, you are going to have to pay for parking. They do have a kiosk there. It'll take credit cards, so it's pretty easy. And ride over to the Pocono Biking. When you get there, go directly to, it's a gift shop, but that's also where you check in.
Hi. You guys take the shuttle with us?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, if you can leave your bikes right over there for me.
Yeah.
Take your water bottles and like
Everything else off.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
You do need to fill out a waiver. I will say it only took us about 3 minutes. When you make your reservation, you do choose which trailhead you're going to start at. So they have several choices. There's 36 miles, 25 miles, 15 miles. It just all depends on how much you want to ride. But the advantage of this is they're taking you up where it's going uphill, and you're riding back the whole way with a little bit of a decline, which is just so much easier. While you're waiting, they do have a full gift shop there. They have a place that you can fill your water bottle, and they have full restrooms. The gift shop does have some snacks, so if you forgot to bring a granola bar or something, you can get it there. Once you have your tag on your bike, Pocono Biking does the rest of it. They will go find your bike and they will load it onto the trailer. And we were actually really happy how careful they were with our bikes. Their drive took about an hour. So keep that in mind for your time frame for your day. So the first stop would be at Rockport. That's for those who are doing the 15 miles. Be sure to bring whatever snacks that you want, because there are no food facilities or anything there. But there are restrooms and potable water. Okay, we were told by the Pocono bike people, actually when we got on the boat, oh my heart, when we got on the bus, that there was no potable water, but right there, potable water. So maybe this is actually a new water fountain, I don't know. There is bathrooms, but they are pit bathrooms, but they're nice and clean, and they're actually pretty nice. And then obviously there's lots of parking. The next stop is Whitehaven. This actually had a decent sized little gift shop there. They had full restrooms, they had potable water, they had a place to park, and they had picnic tables. Once you get there, Pocono Biking will unload all the bikes. You're gonna go grab your bike and you're ready to go whenever it is you are ready to go. The last stop is Glen Summit, and that's the 36 mile. We've never done this one, but according to their map, there are restrooms and they had a place to park. The last way to do it is actually quite fun, but it's a little bit more in price, and you can take the bike train. This, you can either rent your bike at Pocono Biking, or you can bring your own bike as well. Again, you will need to purchase your tickets ahead of time. You can do this through the Pocono Biking website, or you can use the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. The good news is, if you purchase these tickets, they're good forever. So if you are not able to go for some reason, you can just keep your tickets. They never expire. And thankfully, the cost is the same if you do it through the Pocono Biking or if you do it on the train one. Now, the train only goes up to Whitehaven. It doesn't stop in between like the shuttle through the Pocono Biking. If you're taking the train up, you are riding back 25 miles. The trail itself is made up of crushed gravel. It was very well maintained. A lot of the trail is shaded because there's so many trees, but there's definitely some areas where you're in the sun. Also keep in mind, you are riding along the Lehigh River. There are points where it's a pretty big drop off from the trail down to the river. So if you are riding with younger kids, you need to keep that in mind. Most of the trail is pretty wide. You can ride side by side. Along the trail itself, there is no place to stop for food. So whatever you want to eat on the trail, you need to bring with you. And again, we will link all the places that have restrooms, water, and parking. Jim Thorpe has tons of places to go eat. Maybe plan that around your day at the end of the trail.
There are some really beautiful side trails on this ride, but you're gonna have to get off your bikes and go down a couple paths to see them. I just stopped at one that is at the 7-mile mark coming from Whitehaven. You might wanna stop at some of these along the way.
The next one is Buttermilk Falls. You can't miss it. It's right there on the trail, and it's right before Rockport, where you've got the restrooms and a place to fill up your water bottle. Luke's Falls is very nice, and just past Luke's Falls is this like circular ruin. That's always fun to go look at. There's one part where you're going to be riding along the train. That's just a fun area. At one point, there's just this big wall next to you, and you might see the bike train. We actually saw it going one way and coming back the other way, and everybody waves. It's just fun. Of course, along the way, you might see kayakers or tubers, so that's always fun. And then when you get closer to the end of the trail, you will hit the place where all the trains are. Train depot, I don't know what it's called, where they all kind of gather together. At that point, you are almost done with the trail. The trail will end at the municipal parking. If you didn't rent a bike from Pocono Biking, you can just go ahead and get on your car and go. You don't have to go back. Obviously, if you rented your bike, you need to go bring them back. Now, to see more of the DNL trail, we actually have a whole playlist of loops that go along the Delaware River that go from bridge to bridge, and they're all different lengths. We've done a short video like this one, and we've done virtual rides of almost all of them. So I'm gonna link that playlist right here. We hope to see you in one of those. Happy riding and God bless.